Hello everyone, what's good? Welcome to my channel, and in this tutorial I'm going to be teaching you how to design flyer in Coreldraw. So grab your tools, hit that subscribe button and join our community of passionate designers. You can find the Telegram link somewhere in the description below. Thank you. So in this project we have the theme for the design: fresh fire, a night of intense prayer and revival. Okay, so we're just going to be first thing we need to do is try to get our resources. So we just head directly to Pinterest, try to type and look for backgrounds that we can use in this design project. Alright, so we look for praying. This is okay for us to use. We feel like intense in the prayer already. Okay, so let's just copy this background, go back to our Coreldraw. Let's copy this background, go back to our Coreldraw and paste it in our canvas. So to open a new tab in Coreldraw is not difficult at all. Right? So just open your Coreldraw, launch it, and press Ctrl N. Just click auto. Just press OK to continue. There's no actual size or anything, unless you are designing for print or you are designing for print branding and those stuff. Okay, the reason why Coreldraw is so special, why Coreldraw is very different when it comes to printing it gives a wide canvas area you can easily work on. All right, so let's come back to the project we have at hand. All right, so let's paste the picture. Let's paste the picture here. All right, so let's paste the picture we saw of the man praying on the field. Let's just paste it, and let's just try to search for our resources one after the other. And also the information, there we have it: fresh fire, a night of intense prayer and revival. Let's just try to break. And one thing I like to do when I'm designing, or my kind of approach to a project, is I kind of break the theme, I break my formations, try to know which category each one belongs to. All right, so when I do that, it helps me to gather my thoughts and everything. So let's continue, and just take your image, try to put it. Don't forget, when you're trying to design for a social media, you're going to be adjusting the image. It is intense. You're going to be using some color saturations, playing with the mid-tones, playing with the brightness and the contrast of the design. Right, so just drag some sliders here and there. I try to increase the brightness, just watch carefully what I did there, then you can apply same to your design. Right, so go to effect, go to image adjustment, then reduce the saturation a bit, then press OK. Right, there it is. We have it. Then we're going to be power clipping it inside this box. So after we are done power clipping, we want to do something that will make it like, okay, give it the kind of a creative room. Okay, so another thing I like doing in my design is I like adding textures to my background. You just want it subtle, like very small. Okay, so that's why I'm adding noise. That's how I'll be adding noise. I'm using sharp, at least, to make my image, not of low quality, though, just to give it that sharpness it requires. Okay, so you can do that also in Coreldraw. Photoshop has the advantage, but you can also do that in Coreldraw. Right, so let us just continue like that. Then the next thing we're going to be doing is just tracing out a particular part of the body. You're going to be tracing out a particular part of the body. You just pick your pen tool, then trace out the part of the body, because we're trying to be like put an object at the back of the image. Just there is there is no difficulty in being creative. The only thing you have to do is play around, right? Play around your elements, play around your background. Okay, so I'll be tracing this image here. Okay, so I can easily play with my subject. All right, and that's what makes my design different. After we're done tracing, we're going to be like trimming or cutting. You know what we do in secondary school or primary school, where you place your image on the canvas, then you use your pen to trace out the shape of that image. So we are doing the same thing here. So we just click on the box. Yeah, so just click on the box and trim. Then we are done with that. So we're just going to be putting, let's see, okay, let's put this, let's draw a rectangle at the back of the man. So it will be as if he is at the back of the man. Then we'll curve the edge, we'll make the edge round, right? So we don't want too much of sharp edges. Okay, so we'll copy the image into our power clipped box. All right, so we just try to place it. And also another thing is selecting color from your designs is easy, because you want to like be in the same tune with the background. Okay, so let's just take it, remove the outline, take this to the back, power clip, and take it to the back. You can just press Ctrl page down to take your objects to the back in as a layer. Sorry, you take it to the back as a layer in the design. All right, so there we have it. All right, let's just see what can fit in. So we go for the featuring or what to expect. Okay, so featuring what to expect, try to see where our elements can be placed. We have the theme, we have the sub theme. Okay, all right, the main focus is a fresh fire. All right, so we're going to be changing it to uppercase. Yeah, initial uppercase. Then we'll try to see if a better font that we can use for this project. Okay, you can download your fonts. This is not a paid advert. You can download your fonts your fonts from ifont.xyz, or you check that font. There are a lot of platforms to download fonts, but you're trying to look at the fonts that will function properly on this design. Okay, so that's what we're trying to look at here. All right, so we'll go through this and we'll later resolve at this particular front. Okay, let's keep searching. We're just trying to see the one that can work for us. Okay, let's go. It's not working. All right, so we just need something that would really that will preach the message, that will send the message across to our target audience. That is what we want. Right, we don't want something short. We don't want something that we will be having difficulty in communicating to our target audience. All right, so we search through our fonts. Then we're going to be using Niagara Solid. We're using Niagara Solid as our font in this design. Then the next thing is just that, okay, playing around the text, playing around the font. We're going to be breaking it, we're going to be playing around it, and as part of the principles of design, we have something called emphasis, we have something called hierarchy. Okay, so hierarchy here, we're going to be placing more emphasis and more hierarchy on fire instead of fresh. Yeah, so the fire, we're going to be increasing the fire, we're going to be playing around it. All right, so let's just play around the text a bit and see what we can achieve. Okay, and see what we can achieve. See where we can properly place the text on the design. Right, increase the fire, increase the fire, increase the fire. So you're going to be manipulating the text. You're going to be doing a lot of things to your text to see what actually works out for you. So it's not as if this is a particular way to do it, but you're trying to be more creative. You try the combination of different fonts. Now this is not working. This is not working. So let's just see what will work for us. All right. Let's see what will work for us then. Let's see what will work for us. Most of my projects I use Captain Book. Montserrat is old. Okay, Montserrat is old. So just going to be quick. We will quickly convert this image to a vector. Okay, by doing that, just click on trace bitmap. You can see we have three options there: quick trace, and the other ones why I want it fast and everything. So I prefer quick trace. So I'll just go for quick trace. It will allow me to quickly edit with little changes I would need to do to it. But if I want everything to be on point, I can go to the other option, which is the third option. Then going to the headache. So we're going to be be selecting these images, these icons together, okay, by welding them together. Select them separately, but let the icons stand separately. Then we try to smooth the shape. Right, that's the part of the paying attention to details in your design. So it helps you look, it gives you the feeling of a fire and everything. Okay, so that doesn't work. Let's return that node. All these points that we are deleting is what we call node. Right, is what we call node in design. So let's group that together. I prefer the three separate colors. So let's just drag it over fresh and fire. Just place it somewhere. Can really send or pass it can really pass the message across to our audience. Right? So that big one below here is disturbing a lot of things there. So let's ungroup, then I'll be deleting this. Right, so let's just delete
then we increase a bit like that. Let's increase now, try to position it very well and make everything well positioned. Then we group everything together. Okay, but before we group, we're going to be like, okay, converting our text to curve right now and giving it a gradient fill. Alright, so we give it a gradient fill. We have two fills. We have solid color, we have gradient. Gradient means combination of two colors, right? For those that do not know, so we give it a gradient fill. Just like the smoke from your dark, from your black to your hash, that kind of color. That's why I say your color is very, very important. If I'm doing this kind of project and I'm using blue and green, no, it is way out of the scope. It is not sending anything across. Okay, so you just want to play around the scope of fire instead of me using too much of red, which is like fire. I don't want to go into that. I just want to maintain the color spectrum of fresh fire, of prayer intensity, right? And I don't want, it is when your wood has burned to an extent, you have your black charcoal and your, what's it called, your ash at the end. So those two colors are very, very important also in this project, and that's why we're going to be dealing with them and seeing what we can do. But this old template, this old what's it called, is not working. It's not giving me what I feel. Alright, so let's just return and let's stop. And this is one of the reasons I like Coreldraw. Okay, so I can easily work separately on, still on the same canvas, work separately on a total different design. So I'll be taking this away from the back, then my theme I'll be putting at the back of this my subject here. Let's just put it at the back, not too much at the back. So let's just power clip and put it there. Can you see? This is interactive. It is very, very interactive, right? So let's just put it there. Now we take our features. Let's we don't need that one again. Let's just put our features there. Special features or featuring, anyone you want to call it. Anyone you decide to call it. Okay? So let's put that there. Then we'll grab the remaining information, which is the date, time, and venue. Okay, so we're going to be using 05, is it 0504? We'll be using just a random address, right? Fix a random address, fix a random date, fix a random time. Then we'll change the font also to meet with the body, with the font for the body. Don't forget also there is hierarchy to the body, the date and time and venue are also as important as the theme, but you don't want everything contending for attention, right? So you don't want everything contending for attention. So you try to use the principle of hierarchy in this case. Okay, so time say 10 a.m. time 8 a.m. prompt. Then bring that down there. Then date, say, what date can we use? Let's just put a random date. This is July. Say random date, 7th June 2024. Should be okay. Alright, so let's just add that one there. Then all these things, I've forgotten this particular part of principles, right? Where your elements are grouped in their in the way they relate with one another. Okay, so let's have that there. Well, if you need access also to these materials, the link will be made available below where you can easily get them and download them. Alright, so just comment link in the comment section below, then either I send you the link or you find them in the description below. Okay, so let's change that to 7th June 2024. and just place it properly where we want it to be on the design. Alright, I think that is okay. That is okay. That is okay. So other things I like to involve in my designs when I'm designing is what's it called? I like to involve a lot of things such as 3D PNGs, 3D icons, right? 3D banners, or say what's it called? Yes, sign banners, stuff like that. Right. So those are the things that makes your design, stand out, makes them look different. Okay. So we have our spirit-led worship. Let's reduce the space in between the texts. They're too wide apart. So let's just reduce that space, drag it out, try to increase the size. Don't forget there's a difference between font size and font weight. Those two are different. Okay, so these are what to expect in the service, but let's just change it to featuring. Now we're going to be changing the font and reducing the size. Alright. Let's increase the space of the text there. Okay, then bring it down a bit. Bring it down a bit, yeah. Make it balanced, make it aligned. Alright. So we have our sub team there, which is supposed to be a sub team. Alright, so it can still function in another capacity. At a night of intense prayer and revival team, fresh fire. Okay, so right now let's just look for other things that can function in this design. Okay, so we already said our address is Church Auditorium RCCG Iwo Road. Okay, Iwo Road is a big place, right? So we can easily use anywhere in Iwo Road. Okay, so we're going to be adding a sign banner PNG. Right, we're going to be adding that into the design. We're going to be adding that into the design. Okay, so let's first search for RCCG logo. You can easily get that one online. Get the PNG online. Okay, there we have the RCCG logo. You right click, you copy as usual. I like copying a lot, but I also download my items when I want to use them. Okay, so we copy and we paste into Coreldraw. Right, paste into Coreldraw. Then also the PNG banner I want to use in the design. So you just type sign banners in Pinterest. Also, then you see various banner. Just ensure that you're putting PNG at the back of your text. Right? These are various sign banners. These are various things you can use in your designs that can make it really, really different. Okay, that can change the game of your design. Right? So these things make your design look different. It makes them look different. It makes them feel different, depending on how you can use it to your advantage. And there are times people use this and it makes the design awkward. Alright. So let's just keep searching for the one that we can actually use in this project. Okay. Yeah. I think I like this metal sign, and this metal sign is okay. Alright. So the website I'm using, this is not a paid advert from Photoroom. Okay. So you go to photoroom.com, where you can easily remove the backgrounds of your elements, of your images. Yeah, the images also are your design element. Okay, so when this is done loading, just drag your image, copy or paste, or drag it to Photoroom to remove the background. When the background is done removing, then we download and drag into Coreldraw. Right? So it's verifying, it's trying to remove the background right now. Yeah, we are done. So click on download, standard resolution. If you have money, you can pay for this pro resolution, which is a better quality. Okay, so I'm going to be downloading this. I don't want to copy this because I don't want to be downloading this all over. I want it as something I can use regularly in my designs. Right, so it's done downloading. You just click and drag into Coreldraw. You click and drag that into Coreldraw. You click and drag into Coreldraw and we position it at the top here, just like that. Then we'll put our text on top, we'll put our sub theme or the tag of the program, anyway we call it. Alright, put it at the top also. You put it, yeah, sure it is balanced in the ensure it is balanced in the banner. Right, so just trying to play around with fire and everything, see how it can, you know, how it can make design different. Don't forget, you play around with elements, but this is not giving me what I want. Instead, it is making the whole design look awkward. So let's try different transparency redesign. None is working. None is working. None of the above is actually working. So let's delete. Okay. Alright. Alright. So another thing we're going to be doing right away is searching for flare. We're going to be adding flare to this design. We're going to be adding smoke to this design. You know, when your wood is done burning, it leaves some smoke, right? There'll be some smoke there and everything. So let's just get smoke. The same process we used to get the banner, just type smoke on line. Okay. So let's just grab that and put it just behind the image where the smoke is directly on the fire. We don't want it to be too much. We don't want it to be too much. So what we're going to be doing is just try to place it. Just try to place it there, where it will work perfectly for us, where it can function properly without, you know, disturbing other elements. So let's copy the smoke again and also use it as part of the background in the design. Okay, so let's copy that and I'll click that there, and there we have it. So can you see it's looking like we are almost there. Let's just try to position this properly. Okay, we are almost there. We are almost there. All right, so next let's see if we can use manual flare. We can add manual flare. You know, I said you're going to be adding flare and smoke to this design, so you can easily create manual flare using this method. Just give your element, your box, your shape, your color, fill it, then you add Gaussian block. Okay, so this is like, it's too much. The effect is giving me is too much. Let's reduce the transparency. It's still not giving me what I want. Let's reduce the transparency. It's not working. Alright. Okay, let's then we add bullets to the featuring here. Okay, so just drag that, copy and paste, copy here. You repeat the process for the rest like that. You repeat the process for the rest like that. Then you have them distributed like, and that'll be all for the try to ensure their balance. You try to ensure their balance there. Alright. Feature and change the color to also match. And what you're doing is like we are repeating colors in this design, right? And it's still part of the principle of design, which is repetition. And one thing we need to figure out, we need to watch out when we are designing is we don't want too much of colors on our designs. We want just at most three. Okay, so let's quickly add drop shadow to this. Let's quickly add drop shadow to this. Okay, just like you're just going to be tracing it with pen, outlining, then we increase the outline. After increasing the outline, we go to blur, Gaussian blur, then we increase the Gaussian blur to what we actually want. Alright, so we do it that way, then we throw it to the back. That is by power clipping inside the image. Okay, I think that is okay. That blur level is okay. So let's power clip inside, power clip that way, then we'll throw it to the back, control page down. Okay, then we reduce the transparency. You don't want it to be too much. Too much of everything spoils the whole package. Okay, no, let's leave it like that. Let's see. Yeah, that's okay. So let's come back to this. This is not working. This blur is not working. So let's delete it. We're just going to be adding flare. Right? We're going to be adding flare. Let's take flare for this project. We have here. Then we'll come back here. We add the flare. So you can easily get this flare online as well. You can easily get this flare online as well. Just type flare on Google, then you get it. Can you see the kind of effect it's giving me at the back there? Okay, so I'll just try to position the flare in some strategic places. And when you're designing, ensure that you don't have too much flares in your design. Too much of everything spoils everything. Okay, so you just want to try to minimize flares in the design. Just add it to few places like that. Just like that. Let's see where this can be positioned. This is nice. It will be too much, so let's just reduce it. Right? Let's just reduce it. See what can be done then. Power clip inside. Alright, so power clip inside. Power clip that one also inside. So let's add the church name. Let's add the church name. The church auditorium is RCCG Igbo Road, right? So let's try to position things properly where they are supposed to be and ensure everything is functioning very well in their own space. Okay. So we hold classes every Friday 7 p.m. Every Friday 8 p.m. The Telegram link to join our channel is available below. You can click on it to watch more. So you can click on it to join us for classes like this every Friday. Every Friday we hold classes, and also to join like-minded designers in the house. Right, I think this is perfect. This is okay. Yeah, and we are done. Your design should not be too clustered. Your design should be very, very simple and very, very direct to the point. Alright, so what we're doing here now is just adding some effects to the design to just make it different, to make it stand out differently, to make it. So you're just going to be downloading, you're going to be using a grunge effect on this particular flyer. You're going to be using a grunge effect on this particular flyer. So you can go to Pinterest as well. Go to Pinterest, type grunge effect, then you see various ones, that you can use. So the particular one we'll be using in this design. The particular one we'll be using in this design is this, right? I'm going to be adding that like that. So I'm glad you've made it to the end of this tutorial. If you have not subscribed, remember to hit the subscribe button so you get notified when I post my tutorials. Thank you for staying to the end. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next one. Thank you very much, guys. So after placing this, place it that way, and we are good to go.